Channel rebrand. New content, same channel. All right, guys, what's going on? Hey, welcome back to the channel. Here to give you guys some news and updates. I know it's been a little while, but I have good reason. No, I didn't leave you guys again. I am still here. So let me tell you what's been going on since my last upload 12 days ago as of this recording, which was the finale of I Am Jesus Christ. If you have looked around the channel, you would notice that there is a total rebrand that has just taken place. If you're new to the channel, you may not have noticed this because you're just not following me. So let me say welcome. But if you are old here and you know my channel, you knew the old logos and you know that something was afoot. The only thing I haven't changed yet is the intro video that appears on the channel when you come in to tell you about the channel. I'm still deciding what to do there. And I'm still not done. As you see, I'm disappearing in and out. I am waiting on new lighting to come in. Because as you guys know, I used to stand up to do these videos in front of my fireplace. And now I am more at my desk now where my whole setup is for podcasting and everything else. And it's easier to do these videos as well as my gaming videos from here. So as you can tell, my hat's disappearing. This is my Journey shirt, Journey hat. Just went to the Journey concert, which is their farewell tour on the 22nd of April. It was a magnificent concert. So hopefully my lights will come in. That was still on top of my monitor here soon, and I will not disappear. And then at that point, I can use the backgrounds that was made for just standalone videos like this. So as I'm disappearing, allow me to kind of fill you guys in of what has taken place. One of them is a total rebrand, as you see. So you probably see that there's brand new banners, there's brand new watermarks. Everything about the banner and the watermark has changed with the exception of the ever-present Cena's Corner logo. And this logo was made for me 15 years ago. For those of you guys that are old to the channel, you know exactly how that happened. But I actually held a contest. I had a lot of fans back then that wanted to do things for the channel. And I felt like the only way in which I could do that is to hold a contest. I had a lot of artists that was interested in making Cena's Corner art for my banners and my logos and all of that. To let you guys know, I still have every single entry that was done 15 years ago, and I keep it on a hard drive. That is very personal to me. I thank all of the people that did that then, and I thank them now. But unfortunately, I can only pick one. And I swore that if I was to find someone in that contest that did a good job on the logo and I picked them, that would be my logo until the day that Cena's Corner no longer exists. Jacob Verdejo made that logo, and as you can see, it is still very prevalent. So the only thing that has not changed 100% is exactly that. The logo, my character curve, my face, and me with the hat on. That will always be present. But some of the colors changed, the scheme has changed, and there's been new wording added to the banner. So let me kind of tell you where Cena's Corner is heading as a channel. First and foremost, let's get the elephant out the room. No, I am not leaving Rhythm Gaming. I still owe you guys a video on a new game that's coming out in October. That will be dropping fairly soon, but I had to do this rebrand. And let me just tell you guys, it wasn't just a rebrand of Cena's Corner on its own, right? So I had new equipment, new desks, new computers, new everything. My microphone ain't new, but everything about this, my setup, is new. On some gaming videos that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to explain to you guys the rebrand. What is new, what is not, what computer I'm using now, what I used to use. Why did the rebrand happen? Why did I switch computers, even though my computer is only about 3 years old? All of that will come to you guys in various different videos. We will be playing ATS, which is American Trucking Simulator, which is always a good game to have these conversations. So if you follow my further videos going forward, you will learn all about the rebrand and what happened. But I do want to tell you about the part of the rebrand now that you visually see when you come in, which is the banners and things of that nature. So back to what I was saying. Rhythm Gaming will always be a part of me and this channel. Like I said, I still owe you guys a video on a brand new game coming in October that's going to be running some competition with the brand new game that is on its way. If you look at the banner on the left-hand side, it says Gaming with Purpose, Rhythm Gaming Energy. That should tell you that Rhythm Gaming is going nowhere. On the right-hand side, it says gaming saves lives, rhythm gaming, and beyond. Now, let me kind of tell you what I need to be put here. And I maybe go back to my designer because the fact that I overlooked it and did not see it, which is I wanted to put on there gaming for mental health. Now, here is why this is important. You guys know I'm an advocate for mental health. And if nobody really knows this, gaming really does save lives. Look around YouTube and put in gaming saving lives, and you see a bunch of guys popping up and some women saying how gaming of all kinds has helped them, how they've had a stressful day and it's kept them in gear. I can tell you my own personal life, that is true. That's why I want to put emphasis on mental health. Sometimes we just need to go somewhere, know somebody cares, and spend some time maybe watching somebody play a game, or somebody is telling a life story that maybe helps them, or you gave them a tip of the day. This is where Cena's Corner as a channel is going. And on these games that we're going to do from here on out, we're going to talk about the game. Don't worry about that. I'm going to tell you all about the game, what you need to run the game. We're going to still have that gaming conversation. But maybe doing some of these gameplays, we'll have some real life talks. Maybe I tell you some things about my life, what I've been going through. What you guys probably don't know is I've been in a situation the last couple of months where I could have lost everything. My house, jobs was not going right. Oh boy, do I have a story of why I'm still here. And I can tell you that my faith is the only reason why I'm able to make this video right here, right now, and talk to you guys about a rebrand. If it wasn't for God, I don't know where I would be. And if it wasn't for games, I don't know where I would be. I spent many hours playing MLB The Show 26. It kind of just took my mind off just to smack a ball around. So I do know the importance of gaming and mental health. I also want this to be an open space for anyone. If you just want to listen, listen. If you just want to watch, watch. If you want to leave a comment, leave a comment. Rhythm gaming fits very well into this. As you guys know, that is my passion. That's where I've started my whole career. I can tell you some fabulous stories about rhythm gaming, especially Rock Band, like the one where the guy who wore over 400 pounds lost weight by playing Rock Band drums. And here is the thing. The drum set wasn't meant for somebody that was that heavy and probably very heavy-handed. And the one thing I will always give credit to Harmonix as they were back then. Don't know much about them now because the same old cats ain't there. But I can tell you Harmonix back then, 10, 12, 15 years ago, they cared about their community. This young man broke multiple drum sets. And every time he broke a drum set, Harmonix would send him a new one. This guy, I think, lost over 300 pounds. And if I remember the story correctly, Harmonix paid for him to have skin removal surgery. It's stuff like that we need to talk about. That's why rhythm gaming is important. It's a whole community unto itself. And when you find that community of people that care about you, you found your home. So playing hours of drums, playing hours of guitar, hours of singing has a way of taking your mind off of the things in which you need to have your mind taken off of and make you feel better in a mental health space. So that's where this is going. If I can get him to change that, then the banner will still look the same, but we'll change it and have that probably put it right up underneath my logo. It is very important for me to let people know that this is a channel that supports mental health. So that's where your rebrand has been. Yeah, we got some fresh new colors. The Cena's Corner logo still looks the same. That didn't change. But remember, people, my channel has not been rebranded or overhauled in 15 years. I've been doing podcasting 10 years next month in May, and my podcast has already been rebranded once. So the logos and stuff that you see, if you follow my podcast, True Crime Authors and Extraordinary People, that was done 2 years in. Now that look's going to stay there for a long time, but think about it. Cena's Corner has not been touched, rebranded, updated, nothing in 15 years. And it was time. So that's where I've been. I hope you guys are enjoying the new rebrand. Let me know what you think about the new logos and stuff of that nature, the new intros, outros. Everything about that has changed. But the one thing that has not changed is me. You guys are still going to get the same old David McClam, aka Cena. I'm still the same hard-hitting, honest person that I've always has been. When it comes to these games we're going to be playing, I'm going to tell you about the developers if I know about them, where I think they're doing good, where I think they're falling short, where I think things need to be improved, what I think they're getting right. The same David that you had before is the same one you gonna get now. Maybe in my older age, a little bit more brutal, but that's what we need. I'm not gonna send you down a rabbit path of playing games that I know is not gonna keep your interest or continuing a series that I know is not. Speaking of that, I do know that we are behind on some series. We're going to be catching up. I do have some updates to bring you if you haven't heard of them already when it comes to Car Dealer Simulator. Also, we're going to continue our WWE 2K26 series that we have going. None of that has been forgotten. I Am Jesus Christ took kind of center stage because I knew it was going to be a shorter game. And I think for the time period it was released, it needed to be out and concluded in that time period. The developers did a good job of releasing that right at Holy Week and continue through Easter. And I was still a couple of days late after Easter. That was about a 4-hour game. So we wrapped that up in about 3 episodes. Some other games may not be that short. If I feel that the audience is not liking it, then we'll go on to something else. Lots of games to bring you. So for the 4,600 of you that is here, I want to say thank you and welcome, if you're new especially. Let's grow this channel back to where it used to be and beyond that. Let's grow the viewing hours because I would love to get monetized and be able to pass some of that back off onto you guys. If you are an older member of this channel, you know that's exactly what I did all the time. Hence these contests. And some of these contests, people won gifts or they won cards or whatever it was. I mean, I think at one point I gave away a whole entire rock band kit or drum set or guitar, something like that. I mean, look at the contest we did have. We had the contest for my logo. Jacob Verdejo won that. And I can't thank him enough because not only did he win that, but after he won, all the banners that you see, if you go back and look at some of my older stuff, I used to shoot in what I call the barn, but it was a shed that we had that we put our hot tub in that I turned it into my studio. And Jacob made me all these banners that went behind me on my wall. He did all of that for free, right? I was like, how much do I owe you? He was like, dude, just being a fan of the channel, I just wanted to send you these. And these banners that I still have were not cheap. I mean, these were full length, big wall banners. So I can't thank him enough for that. And that was one of the contests. The other one was my son Jacob, who was now 16. This is to show you how long I've been around. Well, while his mom was still pregnant, about to give birth, I put up a contest that said, hey, if we can guess the weight of what Jacob would be, you would win this. Can't remember exactly what it was. I think I have the video, but if you came within so many pounds, you would win. So I do contests like that and giveaways because when I monetize, I just don't take the money on myself. I put it right back into the channel, and putting things back in the channel means you guys. So as we go along, let's work towards that monetization. We can also work towards memberships where I'll do special things there so we can get this channel back to where it was so I can give back to you guys. All right, so I just wanted to come today and let you guys know that's exactly what happened, where I've been. Expect some new videos coming out shortly after this one. I am working on some right now so we can get them out. I'm actually working on learning some new software so I could bring some other stuff. Now, like I said, my channel's always kind of been a variety. And we talk about rhythm gaming, which is music. And I'm also almost 50 years playing drums. So I'm kind of thinking I might want to do some musical reactions. And what's kind of sparked me to this is because I spent some time on YouTube and I listened to these people that's never heard of people like Prince, Michael Jackson, or they say they've heard of them, never listened to their music. And so I want to come back and do some reactions from a standpoint of a person who grew up in that era, who probably knows the musician, knows the music, and kind of break down for you just from a musician standpoint as somebody who's a fan of that group or person. The one thing that kind of irritates me though about some of these reactions, and I'm not digging on anybody, so don't take this the wrong way, but I feel like you always need to have some kind of research before you do any video or you do any podcast episode or anything like that. Go back in time. There's been times that I've done a Cena's Corner episode on a rhythm game or a guitar or something's coming out that I literally have my iPad or sheets of paper with notes right in front of me. And I tell you guys, it's too much stuff to remember. So here is my notes to make sure I'm accurate. So I watched some of these videos and they're saying things like, let's just take one, Prince. Purple Rain has been the favorite one people to react to these days. And then I would hear things like, well, he looks so sad. He just looks super melancholy. What's wrong with him? Because they're reacting to Purple Rain, the movie version. So it's right at the very end of the movie when Prince is taking the stage and he's about to deliver Purple Rain for the first time. And it always talks, I'm like, y'all didn't do no research? You have no idea why my man looks like this? You didn't watch the movie before you reacted to the video? Nothing made you curious to try to figure out why Prince looked the way that he looked at that point in time in the movie. So I want to do some reactions and bring you guys a different standpoint from somebody who understands the song, give you my take on it. I may not be 100% right. I'm not going to be perfect with it, but it just gives you a little bit more context and then let you know how I feel about that. Just like the band shirt I'm wearing now, Journey, there's a lot of stuff in there. Arnel Pineda has been their singer, I think, since 2008. There's a lot of context behind a lot of these songs that you guys may not know. You may not know the whole history of Arnel Pineda, who is a Filipino guy who was discovered on YouTube while he was doing covers of Journey and some other bands, right? So who knew that? A lot of people may not know that that's how Pineda got in. You know, how does Steve Perry feel about Pineda? Nobody really knows about that. What did Pineda add to some of their biggest songs that I just heard them sing live for my first time? Never seen them, and it's sad that I'm just seeing them now in their farewell tour, but it was an excellent concert. So it's things kind of like that I kind of want to bring to the channel. We just add some variety to it. So I'm working on learning some new software so I can slide the video in. Some of the footage we may see, since I just went to Journey, I got some videos. Maybe we use some of my own footage that I use, and I can break down to you what I was feeling at that moment, sitting between my wife and two of our friends watching this concert. So look forward to that. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. You guys have been very quiet since I've been back, and I know people's watching because I see my analytics. So chime in. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Tell me what games you would like to see me bring here. A lot of the games I'm going to bring will be what they consider to be cozy games or mental health games. Let me just tell you guys, AAA gaming hasn't been the same in the last several years. And a lot of these indie producers and production companies is bringing the heat. Look at I Am Jesus Christ. That's an indie producer. That's not a AAA game. Look at Car Dealer Simulator. Not a AAA game. It's not considered to be one of those, right? Some of the other games I'm bringing you from indies that should be AAA, but they're not. So let me know what games you guys want to see and what you want to see on the channel as we move forward. So if my schedule changed, I'm trying to get a video out at least once a week. Don't forget, guys, now a lot of things have changed in 15 years. I got a bit more responsibility. I've always been married with kids, but, you know, I have jobs and full-time jobs, and I actually run my own production company now when it comes to podcast production. So we going to try this. We're going to try to get this out at least once a week, maybe 2 videos a week. But remember, you will hear from me. We will continue the series. Just bear with me, knowing that life changes and everything else does around it as well. All right, guys. So I thank you for being with me. Hoping next time you see me, I won't be disappearing because I have the lights that I need to shine on me to keep that from happening. And then we'll actually use the actual backgrounds that I have that has been made for this. So again, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for sticking with me. If you've been with me this whole time, if you're brand new, welcome. Thank you for being here. I know times is rough. I don't know what you guys are going through, but like I just told you, dude, I'm coming off a couple months where I almost lost everything. And I will tell you about that in upcoming videos. But remember, if you have faith, if you believe in God or whatever you believe in, that's going to get you through. For me, God definitely got me through this, and he answered right on time when I needed him to save myself and my family from the things that we were about to go through. So Even though times is hard right now, remember, nothing's worth your life. If you feel like hurting yourself or someone else, please call 988 Suicide Prevention Hotline. Get you the help that you need. Let me be the first to tell you, I need you to be here. There's nothing worth your life. All right, guys. So I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Until then, be good to yourself and each other. Peace, love, keep rocking out. And I'm going to catch you guys on the next one.